Yo, what's up, guys? I want to take a look at some of these videos I've downloaded for Red Dead Redemption. It's a new game that's going to be coming out this Tuesday, the 18th, made by Rockstar, the same company who made the Grand Theft Auto series. But this is more of a Western-based style of game, which is actually a lot different from Grand Theft Auto. So, which is actually a good thing for this type of game that this is going to be. And it's really piqued my interest from the videos that I've seen and all the things I've heard that you can do in it. So what I want to do now is look at this video titled Multiplayer Free Roam and see what it's all about.
When designing Red Dead
Looks
Redemption's
beautiful.
multiplayer experience, Rockstar set out to make it as engaging as the single-player campaign and reinvent the idea of open-world online gaming. The product of this ambition is Red Dead Redemption's Free Roam.
Okay.
While many multiplayer titles confine gameplay to a small single level, in Free Roam, the enormous single-player game world is open and available to explore.
Oh, that's cool.
This is your game lobby. You can ride across the
Game
plains,
lobby.
encounter other players in gang hideouts,
Oh, wow.
or
It's,
join organized games and challenges.
so it's almost
Players
like
can
an
go out on their
MMO.
own or band together to form posses. Comprised of up to 8 people, your posse can explore separately or together. Take out other posses.
Oh,
fight
man.
criminals or the law.
That's going to be awesome right there.
Jump into a group activity, such as a traditional multiplayer deathmatch at any time. Or maybe just go on a gentle hunt together. Scattered throughout the map are hunting areas where waves of animals will attack you and your posse members.
Oh, that's great.
Or
It's like a
you can
little
explore
horde
the
mode
open
almost.
to elusive animals. When a leader forms a posse, they can set waypoints for the gang to head to. If they jump into a skirmish, the posse can join in the fray. Several posses can fight at once, with up to 16 players battling it out wherever and however they choose.
Man,
While playing
I'm really
Free Roam,
gassed up for
posses
this
can
game.
also attack gang hideouts, which are multi-part team-based challenges. Or become an outlaw and evade law enforcement. Completing these kinds of challenges gives the player experience points. There are 50 levels in Free Roam, and the experience points meter tracks your progression. With experience, you will level up and unlock better weapons and mounts, new characters, titles, and challenges. From riding across the plains with a posse to attack a town full of outlaws, or going solo to take down targets, the Free Roam in Red Dead Redemption is attempting to change the concept of multiplayer in open-world games. But Free Roam is just
Man,
one
I'ma love
aspect
this
of Red
game
Dead
right here.
Redemption's multiplayer. Should you choose, there are more structured competitive modes we'll reveal soon.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bye. So as you guys can see, I'm really looking forward to this game, because the whole free roam part of it. For those of you who don't know, if you've played the what's it called, Test Drive Unlimited video game, it's like an MMO for racing. Basically, you're like online the entire time you're playing the game. So as you're driving around the island of Hawaii, you'll see other gamers driving around in their cars. So it's not like it's confined to like a 8 or 16 person map where you only get to see anybody in the area that you're going. Just like if you were driving out on the real road, you encounter just different people in different cars. So that's kind of how this game is in the Western environment, which is pretty cool. So you can just go into the free roam and link up with your friends or whatever, and you guys be walking around or riding around on your horses, and you'll see other people in the environment as you pass by, and then you can either elect to get into a battle with them, or you could posse up with them So that's going to be really cool. Because like he said at the beginning of the video, the free roam mode is like the lobby. So if you can put into a context like when you're playing Call of Duty, you're sitting in the lobby with roughly 16 people before the match starts. Well, imagine Call of Duty's lobby in the map. So instead of you sitting in the lobby waiting for the intermission time to count down and you choose your class, let's imagine if you all could just walk around on the map and change your weapons and all that stuff, but you're actually playing the game as you're doing it. Well, that's kind of how this is going to be. And it sounds like there's going to be a lot of just stuff you can do on the fly as you see fit. So if you want to walk up on somebody and get into a battle and shoot them, then boom, you got your instant gun battle going on, and then maybe your posse can give you a little backup or flank the guy or whatever the case may be, whatever tactic you want to come up or however you want to play it. That's what I got from that, which is going to be cool. And you also may have noticed that, you may not have noticed, but I noticed that when you're playing the game, it seems to give you somewhat of an aim assist, like a lock-on type thing. And then they did used to do that in Grand Theft Auto, but I think it's better in this type of game, especially when you're riding on horses and stuff, and with the type of weaponry that you'll have for that time era. So I think this game is really going to be fun to play. I think it's going to be one of those sleeper hits. I mean, if it's something made by Rockstar, it really can't be a sleeper. But considering the type of game it is and the environment that it's set in, Western games really don't sell that well. I mean, Call of Juarez, that was a pretty good game. The last one, I think it was called Bound in Blood or something like that. It was a pretty good game, and it was made by Ubisoft. But because that's kind of like a niche type of game, it's not like a Modern Warfare where you're dealing with military tactics and then modern weapons or even World War II weapons. You're dealing with Western stuff. So it kind of turns off a lot of gamers, especially a lot of young gamers who may not have grown up in the 70s or 80s where their parents used to look at Westerns on television. So they kind of feel that detachment from it. But I think this game is going to introduce that Western style of gameplay and probably usher in more developers to create games like this. Because in the end, we win as the gamers when developers see what types of games are selling, and then they start to copy that and enhance it and make it a little bit better. For example, look at Gears of War. When Gears of War 2 came out and introduced the Horde mode, I mean, now you see that in every game that is coming out now, and it's great because it gives the gamer another element to play outside of the single-player campaign. I mean, I just got through playing Splinter Cell not too long ago. I mean, and they have their idea of a horror mode, which is called Last Stand. I mean, which is pretty awesome. And there's been other games that have already done that as well. I mean, Halo ODST. So, game developers, they do play other games and watch what other games are doing to make theirs even better. And like I said, in the end, we as the gamers, we win. I mean, we have to deal with sometimes little crappy things the developers do. Sometimes they want to milk us for money, EA. But for the most part, I think it's a good thing that we're living in a time now where video games are geared towards more mature gamers, more of the adults. So therefore you get better content, you get better storylines, you get a little deeper storylines. I just think it's really good right now, especially this year. This year has been an awesome year for games. I don't know, what year there has been a better year that, this many good games have come out this soon, this early in the year, because usually this is kind of like a slow point, and it usually starts to pick up like right around now. You may get like 1 or 2 games, and then of course the summertime, that's always a good time for sports gamers when you get your NCAA and your Madden, and then everything starts to pick up in the fall and around the wintertime in the fourth quarter. But anyway, just want to show you guys a little little multiplayer free roam, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So look forward to me doing some videos on this this coming Tuesday when the game releases.